the Antichrist. He will be revealed.
666 Fifth Avenue. Kushner offered a big price, $1.8 billion.
That project in that facility had something to do with the mark of the beast.
They had big plans for it, ambitious project. It did not go the way that they thought it would.
The project has failed. Why? Because Christians were still here. The restrainer that the Bible is talking about. Greetings, children of God. My name is David, and I'm here to be updating you about the events that are happening in our end times. And today, I'm going to be revealing a man who could potentially be the Antichrist. Disclaimer, I'm not saying he's the Antichrist. I'm only here with a suggestion. Because there are a lot of people that we can suspect. And some people think it could be Donald Trump. Some thinking that it could be Elon Musk or Barack Obama for some gender reasons.
I walk with my husband, Michael, and hold hands.
And that's, that warms my heart, particularly as a black man.
But today I have a specific person whose name is Jerad Kushner. I am not here to claim, but I am here to suggest, or even put some calculations, such as the Bible has permitted us to do. Let's get into it.
As Jerad Kushner does not want, we're told, a formal role in the Trump administration. Instead, he prefers to operate more behind the scenes in a quiet role.
I don't make a lot of noise. Noise is sometimes made about me, but I try to keep my head down.
Now, Jerad Kushner is powerful but rarely heard. So here is how Kushner grades himself on the assignment of achieving peace in the Middle East.
Daniel chapter 9 verse 27. He will confirm a covenant with many for 1 week, but in the middle of the week he will put an end to sacrifice and offering. And at the wing of the temple will come the abomination that causes desolation, until the decreed destruction is poured upon him. 1 Thessalonians chapter 5 verse 3. While people are saying peace and safety, destruction will come on them suddenly, as labor pains on a pregnant woman, and they will not escape. Based on this analysis, we can say that the peace in the Middle East could confirm the covenant between Israel and Arab nations, or Palestinians.
The president asked me to do the Middle East peace process, which is something that I think we've made a lot of progress on. I'm as optimistic as you can be about that. I was given the Middle East peace process between the Israelis and the Palestinians, and I've dealt with a lot of the other regional partners in that effort.
Number one, Israel has to have the security to not be threatened by its neighbors and to be able to protect its citizens. That is absolutely crucial, is non-negotiable, and I do think a lot of the world agrees that that's something that should exist. The second element is that the Palestinian people have to have the opportunity to live a better life.
So this is the first peace agreement that happened in the Middle East in the last 26 years. This is between Israel and the United Arab Emirates. Then just last week, President Trump announced the second peace agreement that he was able to broker in 29 days. So we have two peace agreements being signed today at the White House between Israel and Arab countries. This really signals the end.
Moving on to the next analysis, let's go read Revelation chapter 13 verse 18. Here is a call for wisdom. Let the one who has insight calculate the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and that number is 666. 666.
This is 666 Fifth Avenue, just blocks away from MSNBC's headquarters in New York. An aging 41-floor skyscraper that Trump's son-in-law and top advisor, Jerad Kushner, bought in 2007 for $1.8 billion. Now, experts said he overpaid.
Here are some of the questions Kushner was presented with.
Jerad Kushner. Now, the president's son-in-law was a chief Middle East negotiator during the president's first term, and now we're learning that he's informally advising some of the president's top administration officials, people like Steve Witkoff, on help with navigating how to talk to these Arab leaders. Now, one of the key goals for the president next week is to return home with economic agreements from Saudi Arabia, Qatar, and the United Arab Emirates. But we're also learning that one of the more quiet, private goals that they're plotting behind the scenes is to try and expand on the Abraham Accords. The Abraham Accords was hammered out during the president's first term that essentially normalized diplomatic relationships between Israel and a number of Arab nations. Now, all of this comes as Jerad Kushner does not want, we're told, a formal role in the Trump administration. Instead, he prefers to operate more behind the scenes in a quiet role.
666 Fifth Avenue, a prime piece of New York City's skyline, just 6 blocks from Central Park. Jerad Kushner decided to make it his trophy in 2007. To get the seller's attention, Kushner offered a big price, $1.8 billion, a record at the time.
So, as you can hear, this man is involved in some real estate, and he bought a certain skyscraper. I'm talking about a very huge facility, written 666 on it. But the project has failed. So, in my opinion, that project in that facility had something to do with the mark of the beast.
They had big plans for it. At one point, they were talking about demolishing it and doubling it in size. And as you say, this was Jerad Kushner's really ambitious project. It did not go the way that they thought it would.
And this thing was in 2007. So there is no way the mark of the beast was successful in 2007. Why? Because Christians were still here. The restrainer that the Bible is talking about. And what if the pandemic was an attempt to remove the restrainer out of the face of the earth? Because there is no one who can remove the restrainer but Jesus Christ, who will come and rapture his people. But the moment that happens, their project will be successful, meaning he will be revealed, the man of lawlessness. But up until now, we do not know who he is. We are just here suggesting, it's just for entertainment purposes. The question is, what will happen if the project of 666 gets successful? The mark of the beast. Let's go and read into the Bible. Revelation chapter 13 verse 16 to 17. He requires everyone, or forces everyone, small and great, rich and poor, free and slave, to be given a mark on their right hand or on their forehead. And no one could buy or sell anything without that mark, which was either the name of the beast or the number representing his name. Obviously, they are talking about 666 here. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's update about the events that are happening in our end times. I'm curious to hear what you think or who you think is the Antichrist. I'm hoping to do maybe part 2, where we'll be investigating Barack Obama. Yeah. So if you would like to see part 2, please like, subscribe, click that notification so that you can be notified next time when I drop. Shalom.